I assist you? Greetings. Good luck, friend.
Light be with you. Be careful.
I don't have a target.
Oi! They fight!
Let's keep the show moving. The great Akazan.
It's too far away. I need to get closer. I'm out of range. I need to get closer. I'm out of range. It's too far away. I'm out of range. I need to get closer. It's too far away. I'm out of range. I need to get closer. It's too far away. I need to get closer. I'm out of range. It's too far away. I'm out of range. I need to get closer. It's too far away. I'm out of range. It's too far away. I need to get closer. It's too far away. I need to get closer. I'm out of range. It's too far away. I need to get closer. I'm out of range. It's too far away. I need to get closer. I'm out of range. I need to get closer. It's too far away. I'm out of range. It's too far away. I need to get closer. I'm out of range. I need to get closer. I'm out of range. It's too far away. I need to get closer. It's too far away. I'm out of range. It's too far away. I need to get closer. I'm out of range. It's too far away. I need to get closer. I need a target. I don't have a target. I need a target. I don't have a target. I need a target. I'm out of range. I don't have a target. I need a target. I don't have a target. I need a target. I don't have a target. I need a target. I don't have a target. It's too far away. I need to get closer. I need a target. I don't have a target. I need a target. I don't have a target. I need a target. I don't have a target. I need a target. I don't have a target. I need a target. I don't have a target. I need a target. I don't have a target. I need a target. I don't have a target. I need a target. I don't have a target. I'm out of range. I need a target. I don't have a target. I need a target. I don't have a target. I need a target. I don't have a target. I need a target. I don't have a target. I need a target. I need to get closer. I don't have a target. It's too far away. I'm out of range. I need a target. I need to get closer. I don't have a target. I need a target. I don't have a target. It's too far away. I need a target. I don't have a target. I need a target. I don't have a target. I'm out of range. I need a target. It's too far away. I don't have a target. I need a target. I'm out of range. I need to get closer. It's too far away. I need to get closer. I'm out of range. I need to get closer. It's too far away. I'm out of range. It's too far away. I'm out of range. I need to get closer. I'm out of range. It's too far away. I need to get closer. It's too far away. I'm out of range. I need to get closer. It's too far away. I need to get closer. I'm out of range. It's too far away. I'm out of range. I need to get closer. It's too far away. I need to get closer. I'm out of range. I need to get closer. I'm out of range.
Let the games begin!
It's too far away. I'm out of range. I need to get closer. It's too far away. I'm out of range. It's too far away. I need to get closer. It's too far away. I need to get closer. out of range.
Yes! Yes!
I need to get closer. It's too far away.
Finisher! Yes! 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 Finisher!
I'm out of range. I need to get closer. I don't have a target. I need a target. It's too far away. I'm out of range. It's too far away. I need to get closer. I'm out of range. I need to get closer. I'm out of range. It's too far away. I'm out of range. It's too far away. I need to get closer. It's too far away. I'm out of range. I need to get closer. I'm out of range. It's too far away. I need to get closer. I'm out of range.
Let the games begin!
It's too far away. I need to get closer.
Yes! Yes!
It's too far away. I need to get closer. I'm out of range.
Finish him!
I need to get closer. I don't have a
More
target.
bones for the arena! Yes! Yes!
I'm out of range. I can't attack that.
blood that they lost.
That first blood gold went to crit, and then he died immediately after. So he actually didn't gain that much because he lost some of it in. Yeah, that's a pretty even trade overall. Very curious to see how this mid lane plays out. I think this, Sumail is already starting to very good control. Help from Tims will be coming in. Sumail has successfully already created a double wave. This is a concept that we're going to be seeing a lot of this tournament. Since the mid lane was changed, so there's an extra creep, you can just dominate your opponent by pushing really hard and then having so many creeps under the tower that you can freely go and hit the opposing hero and limit his ability to get CS. Sumail right here with this double wave. You see they have to yield immediately. There's just way too many creeps coming in, and realistically Cuckoo is going to lose a lot of creeps here. Sumail plays it right. He did not on that one, or that one, but that one.
Underneath the tower does make it hard. Made it a little bit harder for Cuckoo as well when he's fighting inside the trees, but Tims, this is the reason why he's here. This is the reason why Night Stalker is a fantastic pickup.
Oh,
and a
nice.
blink forward! Sumail may be in trouble. Cuckoo's going deep, but a little bit too deep. Underneath the tower, he'll burn the salve, but so does Sumail.
That's a good howl by ATC as well as a insurance policy there, but nice aggression coming out from Cuckoo there, seeing an opportunity to pounce on it. I think this is how you want to try to play against Sumail. If you get the chance in mid, you want to try to pressure him because else it goes the other way. Sumail is not that kind of passive mid player that'll just sit by and trade farm unless he has to with his hero matchup. So if this amount of pressure they're putting on the puck is very good for TNC here in the mid. Sumail has to play a bit passive now. He will get a second salve coming in, but they're successfully giving Cuckoo a good lane now, this rotation. The question is what it costs, because obviously that means the Night Stalker can't help top or bottom. Well, Universe is having a really good time against this Juggernaut.
Yeah, he's able to find a lot of levels. They were trying to do something about it, like the telekinesis grabbed into spin. That was after he time walked, so Universe did take considerable amounts of damage from that.
Mid lane.
Yeah, Cuckoo, X-Marks, Torrented, support's coming in, Tims is on his way, so is the Courier, and they turn around and just punch into Zai. Cuckoo has to retreat back out again. He'll burn yet a second salve now for that mid.
This will be... I think this is a good opening game to just see how the mid lane is going to be played this tournament. This lane is the biggest lane of Dota simply because of the extra creep now. There's going to be a lot of emphasis on...
Oh, Crit. Get out of here,
rid
Crit. Top lane, he's being fireflied up. Sticky napalm to 4 stacks. All that Firefly needs to do is get on top of him.
Oh, the
more,
Centaur!
but the Centaur Storm, it keeps Artesian Zai controlled. Crit will die, and Sam H will get a solo kill, trying to contest the Dire pull on top lane.
Man, if he would have killed another hero in that Firefly burn, Zai dropped pretty low as well.
Sumail is on the wrong side of the tracks. One range creep's able to find him. Tims will be there. Quick blink forward. Cuckoo's going to find the kill. Sumail finding himself stranded behind the tier 1 tower and getting punished on his way out.
This early game is looking very good for TNC, not just because of the kills, but also the amount of farm that the Juggernaut is getting is very nice. They've managed to create a pretty 50-50-ish situation in that mid lane. Very important as we... The only hero who's suffering a bit as far as CS goes is Sam H, but he just found that kill, so he's also looking okay. And I think TNC's game plan now has been executed well enough that the first night time, now the Night Stalker's level 3, is going to be really dangerous. EG needs to be careful not to hemorrhage too many kills right now as...
So you've got at least that nice burst damage in the cripple, but what you don't have is the control. So Universe can time walk out. Puck will be able to illusionary or back out. And you've got different methods of escape available for Evil Genius' cause on the lanes. And then, of course, there's a Lycan.
Yeah.
You're not going to gank the Lycan.
The silence point for Tims is going to be very valuable. It looks like he's actually prioritizing that as well. He's like sticking around in the bottom area, getting levels together with the Rubik. We don't that often see supports just playing together. Okay, now he's going to leave. He's waiting for a ward. This level 4 for NS would be very nice for Tim to get. He knows where Universe is now. Dirt is going to try to mess with him a bit. Yep, okay.
So he can ward, he can leech. But there's no gank, and EG, you asked them not to hemorrhage. At this point, they're hiding on the map from TNC. There are no options on the field for a gank to come in from Tims. And instead, Sumail's trying to get aggressive in mid. The torrent! He'll be able to connect. He's got blink, but doesn't have the time. The stun from Zai followed up perfectly. Now Sumail in trouble. Rotations from Tims as well as 1437. The telekinesis grab will hold him in position. So 1437 will find the kill. And while Queen of Pain is dead, the supports get the revenge.
That was a really nice setup there from EG though. Like kind of baited the Queen to nut. You don't really want to blink there against the puck, and then Zai with the nice torrent. But TNC just as quick on the counterplay as well, coming in with those two supports. And at the end of the day, it's a fairly even trade. TP's being used obviously does matter, but for a hero like I actually don't think Nightstalker even TP'd. I think he just ran over there and read that that was the play that was coming in. 1437 assisted. Easily worth it for them. R spawning. Top rune will to, I guess, some mail. No, actually, Zai's is going to take that one. Go. Good torrent in mid. Will set up his X. Good harass coming out of Kubi here.
Meanwhile, on bottom lane, they're trying to actually go onto the Faceless Void. I say trying, succeeding. Faceless Void will die underneath the tier 1 tower. So 1437's rotations on point. We're expecting that to come from him, but it's the fact that Tims is always there with him. The support combination of TNC rotation. You know, it actually feels very reminiscent of LGD International when 1437 used to play for them. Like that quick movement, the two of them just move together and you just find the kills. Yeah, Zai's trapped between the tower. 1437's come in. And the Observer Ward sees all. The Torrent will be able to connect on 3, but Zai can't get out of here. Cuckoo, Sonic Wave commits. Samael jumps over the top. They'll have to trigger off the Shrine. Samael cannot battle against that level of regeneration. He does get the silence off, but Void is still there. Samael will get punished, trying to find the kill on the Queen of Pain. Even Raven TP'd in to help out in that one. And TNC now 7-2 on the board, 7 minutes in.
Very minor gold lead though. This isn't that bad for EG's lineup, as we talked about earlier. Oh, Universe is dead as well. I mean, it's starting to hurt a bit,
yeah.
But I think it's expectable that EG's lineup will fall a little bit behind on kills early on. It's about, do the right heroes get the gold? Are they getting their key items? I think most worrying thing for EG is that Samael's game is going the way it is. He has 3 deaths, barely out farming the Queen of Pain here in terms of CS. Okay, actually like 10 ahead now. On net worth, they're fairly even when Puck definitely wants to be ahead.
They're on the hunt.
Oh.
They're coming in for Cuckoo. With the smoke gank maneuver, Zai can't get in range. They just came off the back of killing the Bat Rider on the top lane, so at least they're slowing down his initiation. That blue dagger that Sam H is desperately trying to reach.
Find crit now. Who finds who though? I think Sam H is in a lot of trouble. He's gonna die here, more than likely.
Yeah, you've already got that little hint coming in from the Fortune Zen. Torrent to follow up. Can't TP out this one anymore. And even with the Firefly, he's burning Zai down a fair chunk, but it doesn't matter when Arteezy can move over and Zai does find the kill on that Bat Rider once more.
This is very interesting. We've not really been looking too much at Lycan so far, but Arteezy is going for Necronomicon, and this build on Lycan has completely fallen out of favor as of late. We've mainly seen Lycans go for more of a combat-heavy build with just damage rather than this split-pushing approach or the mana burn, obviously, that Necronomicon gives. Most Lycans would be going for a build along the lines of Mask of Madness and Armlet, and then into a BKB. But wonder what makes him favor the Necro book here, if it's if there's a specific reason he wants that mana burn, or that it is just the game plan. All right, guys, we're going to try to split a bit more here. This is not what I was expecting.
If they feel like
in this game.
If they feel like they need to have more power in the team fights, Necro will provide that. You get a little bit more push out of your lineup, and I suppose you get 2 more minions to give you your vision.
Mid lane, Samael.
Yeah, real issues. Cuckoo going down underneath the tier 1 tower. 1437 and Sam H are nearby, and Samael now, he's got an orb available. Metallic's pick up. They're trying to stack him up as high as possible before they battle this, but Samael trying to go against everybody. Starts his TP. Sam H was moving away. Samael will survive. Understanding no more stuns, no more control, and no more ways to kill him in time.
You really need to be on your A game when you're playing against Lycan when it comes to these moments. It's very deceptive sometimes what you think you can get away with and what you actually can. And I would say in general, the team that has the Lycan will have that little bit of extra advantage. Even if both teams are thinking about it, they obviously choose when to use that Howl. And it definitely gave Samael a little bit of an edge in that fight. Nobody died after the Queen, but you could tell TNC were like hesitating, can we kill him, can we not? And then the Howl comes in, and then you get to play it safe after. Got out.
And Cuckoo's just wishing he could pop Samael at the moment. The fact that he was able to just get the Shadow Strike off, the Scream as well. Samael doesn't have his Shrine available for another 190 seconds. An eternity for a Puck who has to now burn all of his bottle charges. Meanwhile, everyone else gets to go back to their farm.
This is going to be an This is going to be an attempt mid, I think. He's going to pump Darkness into silence.
Perfect scream, Sonic Wave, and Sumail gets obliterated. Zai tried to help out. His Torrent was in a good position. He just wasn't ready for an Invis Tims.
I think they might have not got the Howl off in time either. He died really fast. Tims didn't even cast the Darkness before silencing. He just put the silence and the nuke on him instantly, and then they blew him up with the Sonic. So, nice kill. TNC.
And TNC instantly turned this into something favorable. In fact, it may be even more favorable. Conquer the Firefly up. There's your lasso. They're thinking about clipping him, but they'll put him on the ground so Juggernaut can find out the Chronosphere from Universe. It'll catch his teammate, but he's trying to buy time. Omniside Chevelle from Juggernaut starts his spin and instantly goes into the TP. They want to bail out this one. Tims fly up. He doesn't actually have ability to TP out this one, and you'll have to jump up to battle him. It's Universe versus Tims. Who is king of the hill? Right now, Universe, he's skipped more time or he won't get it. Tims is the king of the hill, surviving. EG, they wanted something in return, but they'll lose their offlaner as well. All they wanted to do was stop the tier 1 tower from dying.
Well, they did that.
I suppose Sumail can now kill him. There's consolation prize. Sumail's able to get enough money to have his veil.
Damn, that is such a high value. 600 gold for it. 11 minutes in for Sumail. Very good for him, but of course, yes, EG defended the tower, but they're going to lose a full tier 1 top because RTZ rotated down and can't protect the lane. And this bottom tower is not long for life anyway, I think, for TNC. Their natural nighttime is kicking in 3 seconds. They know there's no Chronosphere for a full minute. And I think they're going to keep on the aggression. The question is if they're going to go bottom or focus more on the top area and try to get the tier 2. So far, so good. Taken 2 tier 1 towers. The mid tower especially at this point. Quite surprising. Sumail doesn't generally lose his tower this fast. Has been put on a lot of pressure.
This is TNC's fast gameplay you're talking about. Raven, TP out of the bottom lane getting attacked. I instantly want to push in the top tower. Every tier 1 tower has taken damage, and EG playing reactionary, defensive chronos. Like, we can get Sumail a kill, but only after they've lost 2 heroes and Nightstalker clipped himself. Like, it seems like very, very hard work for EG, even though they do have the 2nd and 3rd highest net worth heroes on the map. The Juggernaut is still getting further and further ahead of this Lycan, and we're not feeling the influence yet of Arteezy, but also isn't that something we're expecting? Like, when you go for a Necro build, you're not going to say, hey, I'm going to really get in the mix of the fight straight away. They're going to find an opening. It's Universe, actually going to be false promised, and Sam H having run away. Time delay just making it difficult, so is the Torrent and the Orb and the Rift, everything they've got, ship included. Throwing down towards the Batrider, and Arteezy gets himself involved. Necro books as well as Wolves diving into the tower, looking for 1437, moving back to his tier 2 tower. The Dream Call catching out Tims. Nightstalker once more can die. Not worth as much money this time for the Sumail double kill. But while this is going on, Raven is taking the tier 2 tower up on top lane. EG are forced to fortify. And TNC are not going to lose anything apart from their Batrider and their Nightstalker here. For a full 5-man rotation from Evil Geniuses.
Yeah, this play from EG is worth it if they also get the tower, but they simply don't have the resources anymore. And like you said, they lose the tower. So in my book, this is still good for TNC, what just happened. Overall, losing a couple of heroes is obviously not ideal, but when you're trading 2 heroes to defend and get a tower at the same time, I like that trade. Good for them. You're right about the Lycan. Like, it's hard for him to get very involved with this Necronomicon build, and at the same time, he doesn't farm as fast as if he had another build. I was wondering if we were going to see him max the Wolves early just because of this vision, but he actually doesn't have them maxed until now. He went for a 2-2-4 build and just now took the 2. And I think EG are identifying that the problem is they don't have as much information as they would like. And they picked Lycan in part for that information. Now it's finally going to start flowing in.
Here comes TNC once more. The Dire will scan up, and, well, at least one does ping as the Juggernaut going into the Dire scan.
Very good read.
Those TNC's a little bit further to the north who scanned up. Right on top of the farming position, but they were 5 seconds too late. But now you can see the pressure applying from TNC. They've taken all the towers on the top lane outside of the base of EG. They turn their attention to the bot lane. Observer Ward is down. The vision game is just perfect for TNC. You're flagging it during the drafting phase that EG were going to have troubles with this.
Yep. Looks like this tower will fall and be denied at least this time by EG. So still a very close game right now. No major advantage apart from towers. If you look at the gold advantage that TNC have, if they lose the amount of towers that they've claimed, they're actually behind on gold. So there's like unclaimed gold on the map for EG back, but they need to set up that team fight that allows them to get this bottom tower, and it seems pretty difficult for them right now. always scary to go into this kind of Night Stalker lineup at this time.
Especially now the Batrider has a blink dagger.
Yep.
With his
Not
blink up,
easier now.
I don't think they actually know about it. I'm not certain if he came in range of either of the Dire Observer wards. But you can see them trying to prepare. In fact, yep, there you
This
go.
could
The
be a
smoke
very good
out of range of both of the Dire Obs, and they're coming for a gank. But what do they see? Right now, Crit's on a warding mission.
See some mail.
Yeah, they saw Samael in mid. They may even get lucky and get the right timing to pick off the courier. Here comes Sam H. Orb already used by Samael, trying to use it to push the lane out. But now he doesn't have it. Silenced up, controlled up. The spin damage combining with the silence, Puck will pop. And that is a nice free to end. Raven gets more money. And Samael having more issues with item progression.
Cost them their tower though. If you make the smoke movement and you target the puck in mid, EG know that, okay, in order to kill this puck, you're going to need to bring 2 or 3 heroes, and they instantly turn it into an advantageous play for them getting the tower bottom. So I think TNC originally with that smoke weren't intending on going for puck, but maybe trying to wrap around the bottom push that they felt like EG were going to apply. And then they got tempted to go for puck kill, I want to say. Grab that core. And maybe it was still for the better. Maybe this bottom fight wouldn't have that well.
Yeah, and they got space for farm time too. Cuckoo has now finished up his Veil of Discord. He was farming up the top lane that entire time. Raven was having the time of his life as well. So yeah, you lose the tier 1 tower, but I'm still wondering, like, this is a lot more efficient timing. You're talking like unclaimed gold on the map. Right now with EG, every time they 5-man it up, all that unclaimed gold, the distance won't be as much once EG do claim it in net worth.
What big items do we have coming in? Juggernaut finished his Manta style. Very good timing here from Raven. Queen of Pain Veil, as you mentioned.
Level 3 book is up.
It's getting a Void Stone, so I'm guessing we'll see a... Might be just a Yules next against the Puck Silence. Also nice against Xmark, correctly. And on the EG side, Necro 3 is done. Puck with Blink Veil. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So no really big new items, I would say, apart from that Manta style for Jugger, which makes a huge difference in this game because you can get out of Puck Silence now and guarantee a spin, more or less. Right,
so
it's
they want to go.
Let's go Roche.
There is no Observer Ward around here. Apart from the Dire side, they have one sitting in front of the pit. But TNC actually have no vision around Roshan. They moved most of their wards. In fact, they've just got that one defensive ward inside their own jungle. But their aggressive vision has actually disappeared. They lost their Observer Ward on bottom lane. It timed out. So right now, TNC, for all the vision game we were praising them for, there's a small hole. They've only just put the obs down, but it's too late. EG is already in the pit, taking Roshan, and unless Tim takes to the skies at the moment, they won't realize it in time. In fact, it's already too late. EG, they have Roshan.
This is a very good play call from them. All right, the moment it turns to day, we're just going to go in and use our Necro book and use our Lycan to take this Roche. TNC would have contested that if they knew. I'm pretty sure they would have tried to mess with them with the Batrider and the Jugger and the Queen, even if Night Stalker is weak.
They checked too late. Like the Manta Illusions were going up from the Juggernaut as well. But yeah, just 5-10 seconds behind EG.
Yep. This gives EG a nice little power play here with the Lycan Aegis. Not the best Aegis carrier as such, but...
Oh, they just smoked on the Dire Obs.
Still an advantage.
4-man smoke on Dire Obs. Does EG do anything about this apart from evade?
Try to take the fight. If they have the Aegis to play with, so they could bait in the Arteezy Lycan and try to get a team fight around. That looks like exactly what they're going to do.
Yeah, and there's your Observer Ward. So 1437 will see him. They do, however, see the rest of the heroes behind with the Dream Call, catching 1437. Raven, he's out. They're going to sacrifice the Rubik here. They do not want this fight. But they did get some aggressive wards down. Raven, trouble. There's a wolf on his tail at the moment, trying to body block up, and Arteezy, he does it perfectly. Blocked up one avenue. Raven doesn't even think he can get through the second, and he will be brought down. A huge kill on the Juggernaut. And Evil Geniuses lose absolutely nothing. And they may even get a little bit more. I say that they just lost a courier. Small value lost.
That's the Aegis right there. You could see the mental game that happened when that smoke broke. TNC move up, they see the Lycan with the ward they drop down, and they're like, we can't go on this guy. And then they just want to disengage, but the mobility of EG's heroes able to net them 2 nice kills there, especially the one on Juggernaut. Very important kill. Slow him down as he was having a great game so far. Steph. And EG can maybe turn some pushing. They're looking to group up here in mid. Wolves already in 3 seconds to be resummoned. The Necrobook's still a bit away, but I don't think TNC want to fight this.
There's no Sonic Wave. Like, she used it to kill off the courier.
So it's nighttime with Howl. They're not going to kill this Lightning Flash.
Yeah, all 1437 can do is try and push him back. I suppose 1437 got Howl. It's not a bad buff up.
It's actually a very good steal when you have Night Stalker in your team. It's one of the best spells that Rubik can have this game.
And right now, EG, they don't seem to be too dissuaded by the fact he's got it. They take the tier 1 tower in mid. They're rotating as a full group to bottom. Once again, TNC is doing this split kind of pressure. Back up towards top lane. Sam8 is up here, trying to find that farm to get him towards his BKB. Queen of Pain still working on the Yule Scepter, 120 gold, 110 gold away now. And Raven will have to take up the mid, still trying to work on his Maelstrom. But this is a lot of heroes to commit for a long time from EG. Is this bottom tier 2 tower really worth it? You send Sumail now up to the top lane to defend. Are they still okay with this trade-off when you've got the Aegis Immortal? Is it more of that we want to fight, so we're going to force them into it?
I think it's more of a feeling of necessity that if they start splitting up, they're playing into TNC's lineup with this Bat Rider, Queen of Pain, Night Stalker that are innately a lot better at skirmishing than team fighting. So EG are just willing to sacrifice a little bit of farming efficiency to not give away kills. And at the end of the day, should be probably getting this bottom tier 2 tower, or maybe not.
Nah, they're pressuring Arteezy. Yeah. They're only pressuring him though. There's no real attack because they know that's pointless, right? You go onto Arteezy, he's either got Aegis or he's going to get false promised.
Yeah, he's not going to die.
Yeah. So all you can do is just dissuade them, slow down the lane, continue to add pressure up on top lane, which is what Raven is doing. He's back in to pressuring that top lane to make EG wonder, like, what happens if we keep this going? A tier 2 for tier 3 tower damage? Is that worth it for them? Cuckoo amplifies up Arteezy once more, blinks away. Starts to scream as Howl on Howl. There goes your Sonic Wave committal as well from Cuckoo. With a scream, you might be able to pick off at least the Necro books. So they've lost their push, and it's Sumail on top lane, chasing after Raven, who's already starting his spin TP out. So they hold their tier 2 tower on bottom lane TNC, and do some chip damage to the tier 3 tower on top.
I really like that Sonic Wave cast. I think most players wouldn't have gone for that, but he identified that if he casts all his spells in succession there, he kills off the Wolves and the Necro Book, and that's probably going to stop EG's... And it did, because they're pressuring top at the same time. That Sonic Wave might have looked like a waste, but it defended a tower and it forced TPs to pop, so... Play from Coop. Read on the situation. Pipe finish now on Night Stalker, very nice item. This is a build you're going to be seeing more in this tournament. Night Stalkers used to go for Aghanim Scepter almost exclusively, but teams have identified now that it might be a bit of overkill on vision. Of course it's nice to have the vision, but you already have vision advantage just by it being nighttime, and then instead you can have a better team fighting impact. The problem with Axe is that you give vision and that's it. Now he's giving them team fight presence by being able to pipe up the team, having magic resistant aura, just contributing that way. You're generally going to see this build or Solar Crest.
And he's doing both.
Item, and sometimes even both, yeah. And very standard. Could have maybe considered a Halberd this game. There's two good targets, both the Lycan and the Void. Void right now doesn't matter too much. Yeah, I like this choice of items a lot. I think the Pipe Burst is the best choice.
Judging by the speed of this game, TNC, the more towns they take, the more these fights continue, the more money they're going to get. They're looking for Raven. Universe going to Chronosphere him up. Sam8 nearby. Blink Lasso just controlling on Sumail. Torrent still doing his work. Raven into the Omni Slash. The Creep Wave soaks up a fair amount of the jumps, however, and Sumail keeping hot on his tail. So is Arteezy. You're separating him up, and when Raven hits the ground, torrented up, he will fall. Sam8 also in a world of hurt, getting time locked over in the tree lines, trying to juke it out. He's lost his Firefly. He needs to blink away, but the urn, he jukes it! He went down into the small little corner on the left, moves down, can blink away. Actually, not even blinking, just goes for the raw TP out to safety. They will still lose the Juggernaut, but TNC, it could have been a lot worse for them.
That was really nice damage to get out. The question is if this push was like this movement from TNC was likely to succeed. I think at this point they need to realize that these fights are not gonna go their way if they set them up like this. They need to get the jump. If the first engage in the fight is this, where they get the jump on the Juggernaut with a Chrono, it's really difficult for TNC to come back in the fight. They did a lot of good countermeasures. Sam8 jumped in on the puck and locked him down. They even stole Howl and used it with Rubik, I believe. But Still, it wasn't enough.
Universe, hard to chase him when you've actually got that sticky napalm on him too.
Tims needs to be careful with this gem. It's getting max rooted here. They're gonna chase him down. If Sumail finds him here, this is really big.
He can't get close enough. Sam H is also playing guard duty.
Yeah, Tims has to be really.
And both these teams are desperately trying to scramble for boards. That one dire obs. Can't believe there's actually gone full duration with the Gamma True Sight on the Night Stalker, but sitting in mid lane.
It's not a place that Night Stalker crosses too often. Generally going to be playing around the two sides of the map and inside the jungle to, you know, control bounty runes, try to find the aggressive wards on the hills and whatnot. So sometimes these quote-unquote obvious mid wards can actually work very well against a hero who is looking for the more, you know, intricate spots. And as you said, EG do get full duration on it. Now it's expiring though, so they're actually completely blind on the map, except for the creep. And that becomes increasingly important right now. This is danger time.
That's when we actually look to see where Crypt puts down the Ob's ward. Where does EG feel they need to see more than anywhere else? They've only got the one available at the moment.
I think the Roshan should be the priority right now.
Well, he is back up and running. With the Assault Cuirass freshly onto Arteezy. They have a lot of armor, a lot of tank, a lot of team fight, which they want to push with.
Yeah.
But having the insurance of the Aegis lets you push harder.
This is a very nice luxury to have by playing together with Oracle. I think if Arteezy was not with Oracle, he might have considered a BKB as his secondary item, but he feels like he has enough protection from his lineup that he can go straight in for a very aggressive damage item. And of course the defensive, it's not strictly aggressive. He didn't go Deso, but it's a nice hybrid item, let's call it that here, that gives him really powerful stats in the fight.
At tier 3, Tao's taking damage again for Evil Genius. Is now down to 50% of his HP. This is that pressure from TNC. So I'm wondering, like, just how hard does EG and how fast does EG have to push in order to stop this continuously happening from TNC?
They need to get an Aegis. With the next Aegis, they can go high ground, and EG push fast. Their lineup is fast with AC Necro build. If they successfully find a key pick here into Roche, we're looking at maybe next daytime that they will try to claim a lane of barracks.
Well, they're looking for the pick. Smoked up, moving through mid. Best target right now is Cuckoo grabbing that 28-minute rune. He's just farming up. They need the control, and there's your blink into a Chronosphere. It's perfectly done from Universe. Support on the way. Tim's going to be nearby, but they've already lost the Queen of Pain. Tim's will start his TP out, and they're going for Roshan. They burnt Necro books as well as Wolves, so they really want to make the most out of this. They're going in for Roshan. Look at that haste rune from Sumail.
TNC just going to give this away.
Sumail's coming up for 1437.
Yep.
1437 is trying to add pressure towards the tower. Okay, now Sumail's actually keeping back. Sam H, 5 flying over, blinks in. Lasso going to grab Universe. Remember, they've got no Chronosphere to work with. Underneath Roshan, who's already down to 1/5 of his HP. Support will arrive. Raven blinks in. He was almost looking to steal off Roshan. They had to trigger off the pipe. What'd you end up getting stolen? Okay, it's just going to be ripped for the moment, but 1437 hit by the Torrent with the X to start it off. That'll do the work. They're looking for more Tims. Dream called up. Omnislash nicely hitting on almost all the heroes from EG, but the damage being distributed perfectly, meaning the Crit finds himself a double kill. And so far, TNC haven't found anything yet. Crit actually gets himself a triple kill, throwing out the nukes to try and lock down Cuckoo. He got X'd. He'll quickly Yule Scepter up, however. Dispelling it off means he doesn't get hit by the Torrent combination. Roshan is still alive, but EG, they will shrine up and go in once more.
That's a very big win for them. Very, very big win. They got the Queen buyback. They lost no heroes, right? They didn't have a single casualty.
Yep.
Buyback from Night Stalker. Did they steal his gem too?
They have the Gem of True Sight over on Crit now.
Yep, so they stole the gem as well. This is like the more or less the biggest win you could imagine. I thought TNC were going to get a good fight out of this when they bought back the Queen so late because the Necro book was expiring. EG had been using a couple of cooldowns, but they still held together very nicely there. The problem that TNC are facing right now is that they just don't have enough damage. They're not killing the heroes. They're playing into Howl, Mech, and False Promise. And you see this Omnislash jumping, and he's getting some nice split damage out here, but immediately has to play defensively. Goes into the spin, scared of the Ghost Ship, and this fight is already over at this point. No one from EG is even faced. They also have the Ghost Ship. Like, there's just so much sustain that TNC have to they have to get this jump where Batrider lassos and Juggernaut comes in at the same time. And what started it all off was in that Roche pit. They blink lasso the Void, and the immediate X counterplay from Zai just makes that fight a walk in the park.
So there's the question. Maybe the answer to why EG are always grouped up the way they are. They understand that how TNC do the fights is perfectly kind of when they are there as 4 as 5.
Yep.
TNC want these individual pickoffs. And the only person who seems to be a little bit further out of position is Sumail. But he's a Puck with a Yule Scepter. He's got a lot of get out of jail free cards as this Puck.
It's going to be almost impossible for them to get the Link in. Batrider didn't go Force Staff. He feels like he has to go Link into straight BKB. So Sumail with this Link hits in about 1,000 gold will
Zai
very difficult to deal with.
looking for a kill right now. They're going to put down the Sentry Ward 1437. He actually did a defensive Torrent. But they'll end up losing his life. So there's the pickoff EG was looking for. They've got Aegis Immortal. They want to push in. And the line is being done. Arteezy will go through the bottom lane and attack the tier 3 tower while the rest of EG are assaulting the tier 2. And this time around, TNC's push on the top lane is not adding enough pressure. Raven is on his way up. They can soak up the wave pretty quickly here if they want to. And maybe they can actually force EG into a bad trade-off position. But you've still got Necrobox. Okay, everyone's coming back. And they may look for bottom. The lasso, Sam H, he caught out Arteezy. They've got the Yules up now on Puck, breaking him free of any kind of extra control. Tim's still in the neighborhood. Arteezy gonna try and fight this one. Crit is nearby. The Dream Coil, it catches 3 at the moment. BKB already expended from the Batrider. Welcome to your 10-second effectiveness of the BKB. It ends up with your Night Stalker dying and you not killing the Lycan. In fact, Sumail going back in once more. Not being controlled. But EG bailing out of a lot of those TPs that stop TNC from pressuring further.
EG are building a really big advantage at this point. This attempted split push from TNC top, they actually had a very good read on it. They were starting to hit the tower, and they got out of there just in time before Universe blinked in for the Chronosphere. If that Chrono connects, this could have been a complete disaster. Instead, it's like a minor inconvenience. Using their Night Stalker, they obviously lost nothing on their bottom tower at the very least, but still the map just feels less and less available to TNC. Now 8,000 behind on the gold. The key items coming out now. Finally, there's a Shiva's Guard here in the Queen of Pain, but the problem is you just got this feeling that she's still going to be very hesitant to go in. There's just so much damage and control and sustainability in EG's lineup.
She's trying to go on to Zai. X marks the spot. You still got the screen, the Sonic Wave available. Zai gonna let the ship fly, but you also have to protect the Queen of Pain, but cannot protect her from the Chronosphere. All damage. You got the Rift to follow up as well. Silence cannot blink away, and that is 86 seconds now without the Queen of Pain, and EG still itching for a push. They got the Aegis Immortal available for another minute and probably 20 seconds, so decent amount of time for EG to get the job done.
This is a lane of barracks if TNC can't get anyone to TP home fast enough. Raven's going to try through the mid lane, but he needs to chew through an entire tier 2. And so do EG top, but they're a little bit faster than this Juggernaut, let's put it that way. So they're already going to reach the base now. 1 full minute to play with.
They didn't even burn Necros,
and they know
Wolves,
no
or Howl. Like, all of these things are available right now for Evil Geniuses. Arteezy will burn all 3 of them in one big go, and that tier 3 tower, it doesn't stand a chance. Universe goes in deeper. Sam H again has to defensively BKB the Chronosphere. Does split up the fight a little bit more. The Dream Coil holding in TNC, so Arteezy just does a lap around the Chronosphere to come in for the extra kill. There's a hit onto the Batrider, and TNC, they've lost control of this game now. Evil Geniuses taking the top racks, but what do they get in return here, TNC? You bought back on the Batrider, you're looking for a kill. At least Tim doesn't get hit by the boat, but they jump in once more. Blink for time dilation. You're gonna get hit once more by the Torrent. And TNC, they've lost too many heroes. That one pickup on the Queen of Pain has now just avalanched into this EG advantage.
Yeah, they can probably claim Megas here. They didn't lose their Aegis or their Cheese, I believe, in that exchange. No, they still have both.
Yep.
Just gonna head straight down to bottom. And the key piece of information for EG here is that they know oh, wait a second, they're gonna go in.
Oh, this is really problematic. Maybe with the Omni Slash, Universe can time walk off so much of the damage. Zai will go down, but the Batrider, he caused a lot of confusion. The issue is Raven. Manta, break free of the silence. They still need to kill off Arteezy. He's in dog form. You'll set him up. Cuckoo wants more control. They got the screen. 1437. He's got nothing to really give. The blink forward. You can time walk into the Fable, reduce that damage, but Universe, now the cheese gets triggered. Sumail's back into the fight. The Dream Coil will control him. TNC will push in the envelope, but right now, EG are delivering the death letter to their families. TNC, they've lost 2 lanes of Rags, and the third will be pending in a couple of minutes when EG's ready to push once more.
That's how fast the game can almost end when you get the right kill at the right time. EG with that kill on Queen was so big because it's not just that they're killing a key core, but it's that they know for sure that she doesn't have buyback based on when she bought back for the Roshan fight. They still have the Aegis. If Queen buys back in that Rosh fight right before they claim the Aegis, you know for sure that I still have Aegis, so there's no way she has buyback. Unless you've timed it perfectly, then you obviously know exactly what's going on.
Chrono, Universe, he got him. The torrent from Zai, they knew exactly where Raven was. Just trying to relieve a little bit of the pressure by pushing out mid, and then the spin TP. Normally you're pretty good as a Juggernaut to get out of that one, but TNC, they realize it's over. GG, they've lost their Juggernaut, they still have no Queen of Pain. And Evil Geniuses, thank you Samel for deleting all of your items and probably destroying everyone's fantasy points.
Does that matter? I don't think it matters.
I actually don't know. Either way, Evil Geniuses, a solid victory, even though TNC definitely showed their early game prowess. Words. Pro and West.
Yeah, it just got to this point where it got too difficult. TNC played their strength early on, as you mentioned, but the coordination and team fight of EG's lineup just became too difficult to fight into. And when they found those couple of key moments that gave them the Roshans and just a couple of good team fights, I feel like TNC's lineup just ends up being too weak, and they played against the clock and they lost.
Well, we'll have ourselves a quick break. We're coming back. There's so much more Dota still going on. So game 2 of this 2-game series, TNC versus Evil Genius, is our first series of the TI group stage here on Stream 1. We'll be back after the break.
Oh, thank you.
Attempt for the combo. GH will force out, but they've already lost one. Matsu getting chased down. The BKB not doing anything, of course, to save him from the physical damage from Paparazzi. Mind control, times to turn. GH comes back in with the Echo. The three-man Fisher Cicada still has enough mana to zip out. Miracle back in, working his way through Paparazzi, who's stuck in the trees, being well and truly outawed. Jump forward from GH as he forces down, looking to lock this Paparazzi down, but the halberd evasion being enough to get him back up to the high ground. Miracle trying to turn onto Injuly. Injuly not quite able to finish off Miracle. But IGV at the end of the day, they do hold the defense.
Paparazzi actually ends up living too. That was the halberd into the hex, into the shackles. The Troll Warlord could not get like any attacks off. But oh look, Miracle goes top rune and finds a regen rune. So push will continue.
I mean, it's a big hold though. You know, Paparazzi now has got that gold. He's got that Bloodthorn complete. And as we saw then, you know, it was definitely the fact that you could see what they wanted to do. They wanted to try and take Super out before he got a chance to drop the wards.
Yep.
But it just wasn't quite enough. The maths didn't check out. Even with the Reaper Scythe Dagon and such, they couldn't quite do it. Standing next to that shrine, Super easily regens back up.
Yep. He had a couple stick charges, the perfectly timed Glimmer Cape, and then the, I think it was the Guardian Greaves plus Shrine, just ticked him just enough to not be bursted down from that Dagon Reaper Scythe combo. But I don't think Liquid's too disappointed with that. They forced a lot of aggression. They got tower down to... Oh, they actually didn't force the glyph, though. They almost brought the tower down, but IGV actually held their glyph.
Okay. Yeah, that's pretty big.
Pretty substantial.
Yeah.
But, ooh, Liquid actually spots a DD rune bottom.
Again. They just have one up top.
It's the 40-minute mark
that's
now.
That's true.
So.
Yeah, it's runes for days. Here we go.
I loved Miracle's itemization this game. It's pretty standard, but having that early...
Were down by so much and they needed to just be able to split push and kind of farm away. It's such an efficient farming item for its cost. The damage and the way you're able to just clear through creeps very quickly, especially for Luna. But Faceless Void as well. I say Ghostic has kept up his farm pretty admirably despite the fact that he's been running around looking for kills and hasn't succeeded mostly.
I completely agree. I think the Mask of Madness choice is pretty optimal. On Luna you see it a lot more, I think, than on the Void. But you can just think of it as, it's kind of like a mini Midas.
Yeah.
You know, you're just getting so much value out of the item as time goes on. You're able to stay at a high amount of health. You don't have to show in the lane all the time, allows you to neutral. The item is kind of at that stage where we're almost 6.83 again, where you just want to buy it because it's so freaking good.
Yeah, I like that, especially since neutraling feels kind of meh sometimes.
Yeah.
Like, if you're just a hero that takes too long to neutral, it's just not worth it. But Mask of Madness makes it super fast for especially the heroes like Faceless Void, who would normally be quite slow at it. Kind of setting up here in the bottom lane. They're all sitting behind, or most of them are sitting behind FN. Queen of Pain as he pushes out bottom lane. Secret are not going to be taking the bait here. They're actually going to move out to the top lane, go straight towards the Roshan pit. They have successfully read Empire's movement.
That is a Deso Viper.
Yeah, that's
You do not see that very often.
That's one way to push high ground.
I mean, it's also a nice way to be able to kill Roche a little bit faster, because they don't have a medallion, I don't believe. Yeah, because Yepsor went for the Force Staff. He went for an item that's going to allow, you know, maybe you force out of a Torrent Boat combination to save somebody.
Right.
And the pipe is finished now on MP, so this feels to me like Secret want to go now, or you know, maybe they TP back to defend first, and then they try to go for an objective after the fact. But this is, you know, Empire are definitely applying the pressure even still. I don't know if the Aegis is going to be enough.
Secret apparently are not going to want to give up this tier 2 tower. I thought they might just go down mid and give up the tier 2, but instead they're going to fight, and maybe Empire might not expect that. Miposhka is going to be set up here for the potential disruption, but they leave it. Yule Scepter is going to be able to save him. Ravage goes off the side, going to be able to cut down 2. Reaper's Scythe managed to catch the Queen of Pain before she managed to get out. They do manage to get the Shadow Demon, the Queen of Pain at the end. 60 seconds on the clock for that Queen of Pain. So Secret do have an opportunity to maybe abuse that timing for an objective, but they also have to deal with Resolution, who's very rapidly turning into a farm machine. He's pushing out all the waves. He now has both the Mask of Madness and the Manta, and it just managed to take the mid tower, even if it was a deny from Kezu. That little movement from Resolution finally took an objective for Team Empire, an important one at that.
He's been very good at reading the map this game. He's pretty much always been in the right spot at the right time, hasn't died at all. I mean, sure, his lane, you could say, was pretty easy. He had a tri-lane versus essentially a solo Tide, but just his movement, keeping the lane pressure up. As a core player, especially a Luna in this game, it's a necessity. Like, you need to pressure the lanes. If you don't, and Secret are able to walk to your tier 3 with 2 out of 3 lanes pushed out in their favor, that's bad news.
Yeah, and you could see Resolution. He knows they can't quite defend yet, so he's going to try and take the tier 2 in exchange for all the damage that's happening on the tier 3. Now, he's going to be able to take that objective a whole lot faster than Secret's currently doing. But the reward, if Secret can actually finish up this tier 3, is so much greater. But Resolution's just going to keep on pushing. They're going to see if they can hold without Resolution here, and it looks like the Disruption definitely going to do a lot of work in being able to protect that. Ghostic out with the Shadow Blade, was in a position to throw down a Chronosphere. They're right next to the Shrine too, which would make an easy TP for the Luna. They're going to wait for Heroes to try and leave and maybe catch something, or not. TP out, Ghostic doesn't choose to take that opportunity to go for a Chronosphere on anybody. Backs away, and Empire will continue to play kind of the keep away game. I think they're just really wanting that BKB on Resolution.
I think it's a huge game-changing item, and I also think the reason that Ghostic didn't chrono there is because he was sitting behind where the shrine is near the ramp, and Yapzor popped Darkness. So I don't think he actually had vision of Kezu's TP. I think it was barely couldn't see him. Because otherwise, you definitely chrono that, because it stops the Tide TP. He was the first one to TP in, which means Resolution could have potentially gotten the tier 3. That thing took like, what, 40% damage? Maybe a little bit less? Yeah, it took quite a good chip.
And he's also probably not feeling comfortable with, like, his position there. Like, you know, what if they do have
He was walking back and forth, yeah.
Yeah, it's game losing if you die as the Void there, right? So, definitely one of those situations that there was an opportunity for high reward, but there was also a lot of high risk involved with him being positioned there. And, Miposhka actually aggressive force that from Yapzor, puts him in a bad place. The Reaper Sight is not going to finish him off quite yet, but they do manage to get the right clicks in, but now they're fully committed. The Chronosphere onto 2. Kezu counters the Chronosphere with the jump in with his own Ravage. Does manage to get off the Sonic Wave, but it doesn't matter. There's too much sustain from Team Secret. Empire get back to their shrines, popping 2, but it's still not enough. They have to back away even further as the shrines can't heal them up enough. And Secret are able to beat now onto that melee Rax. Resolution's finally here, but it's a bit too late. The Rax is already gone, but Poshka's back in it with the Disruption. Lead on onto mid 1, cost him his life again just to be able to get that out. But with the sustain offered by MP, Secret, they seem invincible. Empire just don't really have a good way to go on anybody now. They have no Chronosphere, no Sonic Wave. Resolution by himself can't possibly kill Heroes.
Well, they can only get 1 Rax because they have tier 2s in the other lanes. The unfortunate part about that whole situation, okay, so first, Resolution, he had enough money to buy his BKB. But when you're in these types of situations where the enemy team is pushing a tier 3, you don't want to TP like 10 feet, right?
Yeah.
It just feels like such a waste, because you know you have to get out of base again and immediately be able to push out lanes, and you need your TP to get out of that. So you need to save it. And because of the Force Staff forward, killing the Shadow Demon, it kind of made Ghostic feel like he needed to chrono to try to make something happen. But there was just no damage, because Luna wasn't there. So it made it look a lot easier than it probably should have been for Secret to just waltz up and take that. Because if the Luna had been there, they get the damage out, the Eclipse, they probably kill at least 1 person before the chrono ends.
Yeah.
And if that happens, you know, we could have seen a completely different fight. But when you're down a person and mid 1 still has that Aegis in his inventory, it's a lot more daunting to walk in with no chrono and no Sonic Wave.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, if you can actually kill, say you kill MP, then boom, there goes all that sustain. You can actually man fight as Resolution against the Viper. If you kill the Viper, then there goes a lot of the damage. But unfortunately, both those cores staying alive kind of makes a duo that is too formidable for Resolution for now. But he is that big late game farming core, and he is beginning to get out of control. He's working towards the Butterfly next. 26 minutes in his farm is pretty respectable, sitting at 15k. The Viper at second, sitting only 14k, despite all of the various objective gold that they managed to pick up. He's actually going for an AC, which is a great choice. Bolster up against the inevitable physical damage that's going to come from the Luna. Speaking of Luna, she's going to back straight into this smoke. What a terrible position. Secret, you take advantage of it. You need to be able to jump forward and slow down Resolution somehow. They throw out the Ravage. They say it's worth it just to be able to get this core, but he gets out the BKB, so the Reaper Sight's not going to be enough. Can he actually output the damage to kill anybody here? Not even close, and he doesn't have his ultimate either, so even if he buys back, the threat is just not going to be as real. Team Secret are still limited by those tier 2s. They're going to have to deal. They're going to go up to the top lane to try and push that one out so they can actually force up buyback from the Luna.
It's a tremendous amount of pressure that Secret have been applying basically since minute 0. A lot of it you could go back and say, sure, if FN didn't have such a struggle of a laning phase, maybe they could have impacted the game a bit more. But you have to still say, Empire's recovery in regards of overall net worth was admirable. Like, they overcame one of the biggest mid discrepancies I think I've ever seen to bring FN. Like, he's not top of the net worth, but he's in a really good spot considering the circumstances. And the unfortunate part is Resolution popped everything before he died. So now this defense is going to be, I don't want to say impossible, but it's certainly not going to be easy.
No BKB, no Eclipse, no point in buying back, that's for sure. And it seems like Secret are going to let up on that push. Spend a little bit more time farming. They've got some big items coming in. Looks like the Reaper Scythe is going to be, Reaper Scythe, Jesus, Aghanim Scepter to upgrade the Reaper Scythe. It's going to be coming in pretty soon for MP. That Assault Cuirass is also a huge upgrade. The Roger and Empire do manage to come forward here. They get the X onto the Viper. Is this really the hero they want to go on? Not really. They got a poke and a prod. They do manage to get the Chronosphere. They'll swap back down the clip, but they are going to be able to blow up at least one here. Now MP, the next target does pop. A little bit ethereal to help him against this physical damage. Resolution puts forward. He's already on to half HP. It's getting a little dangerous. They need to try and finish up MP. The Reaper Sight goes down, but the BKB is still up, just barely. Resolution gets away, turns around, gets a little bit more damage out, and now it's just a full-on chase for Empire. Finally, they've won a team fight, and they need to catch as much as they possibly can to make this all worth it. Looks like KheZu is eventually going to go down here. There's no real escape for him, so they're going to be able to get 3 kills off of that team fight. A huge swing to the favor of Empire, but if they're not careful, they may actually lose a hero of their own here. YapzOr unable to get off the silence, though, against Lincoln.
That was a very, very good timing for Empire because they didn't have Ravage yet. So, like, if Ravage was up for that fight, you saw the way that KheZu blinked in.
Yeah.
He had really good positioning if he had his ultimate off cooldown, but unfortunately it just wasn't the case. So they were able to take out MP. And I didn't really think about this before, but Time Dilation destroys Necro.
Oh, it does.
Like, you wanna cast Death Pulse a lot during team fights. It's only a 5-second cooldown. And that's before the talents that let you lower it a little bit more if you choose to. I think it's his 25, yeah, so like by 1 second.
There's not really a good, like, if he gets Lotus Sword, he removes the time dilation, but it doesn't really do a whole lot else, right? There's not any huge single targets that you're going to be blocking away. You don't want to go BKB because it affects your Ghost Shroud. It's kind of like just not a real good winning scenario for MP. He's just kind of always going to be screwed over by that.
You just want someone else, like maybe, you know, Puppey gets it, maybe YapzOr eventually buys one, but he does also have a Glimmer in his inventory on top of that, so they have methods of saving, and it took a lot to take down MP, even, oh, they're going to catch FN here.
He does not have the silence, though. Obviously, to throw the silence down to block the Lincolns. They are going to be able to get the swap back, though, so maybe they can kill him. Mule Scepter and a blink, not forward, to the other side, no. At least you can say going to be looking on the bright side for Empire. He didn't get Reaper Scythe.
He didn't get Reapered. He also managed to dodge the Viper Strike and the stun with a single Yule's cast. That was definitely cool to see. But yeah, you're not getting away from that. That's just troublesome. But in the meantime, another Roshan sneak. This time it's going to be from the side of Empire. They're not killing it super fast, but they have a tier 2 in the bottom lane. So if Secret were to contest this, they needed to be here a little while ago.
Yeah, the exchange is not that bad, right?
I'd say it's actually better.
Yeah,
to be honest, because okay, you have an Aegis on Resolution. He can just go in, you know, YOLO, doesn't have to pop his BKB, and then
Jeez as well.
Yeah, this is a.
I would say don't get caught. YapzOr here does manage to stop Boshka. That's one Ghost Stick. Looks like his Shadow Blade is gonna be enough to get him away, just barely though.
Making the best of a bad situation. I gotta say, Empire again, the lanes were not ideal. And when I say not ideal, I mean they got trounced in the lanes. Like, they really did. Sure, you killed Kezu like 3 or 4 times. That's, you know, kind of expected if you keep showing in lane. But the way that they're holding off, given how bad the early game was, a lot of teams would have crumbled to that pressure.
Yeah, it's amazing what they've managed to accomplish. So little move. So little room to maneuver in this map.
Yeah.
They just were able to farm up a lot of space for resolution. They just kind of created. They got a couple of very key kills with their combination. Chronosphere and Eclipse, or Chronosphere. Secret are beginning to stall out a little bit. They still have, I think, all the mechanisms. Oh, he actually changed it up. No Aghanim Scepter for MP, actually goes for the Force Staff instead. And just has a value point booster for now.
It's a solid choice. If you looked at the way the last fight went, when he got chronoed, he still died, like, but well after the chrono dissipated. So giving himself an additional save and not having to be completely reliant on getting swapped out, I would say is still a pretty big deal.
Supporting cast have Puppy hasn't actually upgraded into Solar Crest, picked up drums, and is now looking at a Ghost Scepter. Our Night Stalker has that Glimmer Cape Force Staff that we saw earlier, and is going for the Halberd up next. See if he can stop the Luna. I really like the new change of the Halberd and being able to disarm before BKB, especially since you know with a hero like Night Stalker, you can actually move pretty far forward and get that Halberd off.
Right.
It also helps remove Linken's, which means he can get a silence onto the Queen of Pain easier.
Halberd's just a ridiculously efficient item in of itself. Like, before, people didn't buy it because, like you said, it wouldn't linger.
Oh, a complete whiff from Ghost Stick. That is a game loser right there. The silent swap back. Ghost Stick's gonna die for his sins and pay the extra punishment of the Reaper Scythe as well.
So I'm not. They didn't have a high ground ward either, right? Like, they didn't get dewarded or anything. Yeah,
just,
there's no sentries. He just went for it. That is, whew, that is aggressive, to say the least.
It's very unfortunate. He saw them like farming up when the creeps pushed it. He saw the heroes in a position, and he was like, "This is my opportunity to be able to catch the Tide +1."
Right.
And then
it happens, you know, every once in a while you think you have like this play opportunity and you go in and it just doesn't quite go the way that you want it to. So
I actually
close.
Almost stops the yeah, but not quite. I can't imagine the pressure it must be, because I mean, Dreska, you know, you played initiators, right? There's a lot of pressure on you.
It's rough
to get the big ultimate. Your team can't guide you in that regard. You just have to like kind of trust your instincts and go for it. That's already a lot of pressure in regular games. I can't even imagine the pressure of playing TI and playing an initiator like that.
I wouldn't want to do it.
Yeah, me either, man. Well, maybe.
I think
it's TI. I'll take the money.
I think it's important to remember why you have to initiate the fights. I think that's what makes it like the great initiators, because they understand how their team functions. So in this case, Resolution walks up to a tower, he gets disrupted, he pops his Manta, they get free chip damage. In that game, the Void doesn't have to go first.
Yeah.
The Void can wait, because if you are sieging with Shadow Demon Illusions, those things are crazy tanky. Resolution's got Butterfly. Like, look at how long it takes. He just walks them into a full creep wave and 2 heroes, and they're still alive. Like, this is why the Void doesn't have to go in, because they can continually do this over and over and over again. And sure, they're not as good against towers as they used to be, but it still deals damage.
Funny how the creep wave, when looking at these tower defenses, normally they're helpful, but in these situations, it's almost bad.
It's really bad.
Just because the illusions sit on the low ground. Nice swap back into the Reaper's sight. It's just going to be the Aegis, though. And Empire are all set up, ready to go with the Chronosphere. BKB popped immediately. They're going to go for the Eclipse. They do manage to catch Viper with the Chronosphere. They're going to try and bring him down anyway with the bolt and the full combination of the Sonic Wave as well. They will manage to kill one core, but now they've caught Resolution underneath the tier 3. Kezu throws down the Ravage, only catches the one there. But it looks like they are going to be able to chase down a couple more heroes. Poshka, he's certainly dead. And looks like that will be all. The rest of the Empire are able to get out. So that costs them an Aegis, plus the death on Red.
that problem by having both the Sand King and the Silencer. They have good lanes, and EG's lineup is very one-dimensional, I want to say.
Crit, you're not going back for this, are you? Is he going to try and de-ward? He's going to de-ward the Sentry Ward and keep his Observer Ward alive. They're going to spend another 100 gold on this to try and stop the block.
Very nice.
And that started up nicely from 1437. He knew exactly, but he couldn't attack high ground. He didn't see up the hill, so he had to walk all the way around to attack it. I was going to say, man, that's a really great win for TNC. Now they can open up their pull. And now your off-lane would be more scared, but...
I think what TNC should do is they give Raven this rune. He buys a sentry immediately.
How about Tims and Sam H can just kill off Arteezy?
Oh, that's another way of getting gold, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, Arteezy, you try and turn around when he's gone for, like, he's already gone for the precision aura. That's going to happen when you're running a 5-range lineup.
Yeah, this rune is TNC's, I think. They're going to get 3.
Yeah. No, Crit's going to try and contest it as well.
He is going to regret that. Oh, Tims.
Oh, he didn't come through. He ran around. And now, well, where's your Burrow Strike? It's going to be 3 runes again to TNC. That's how last game started. But this time around, First Blood will go the way of TNC. Okay, and there's nothing Arteezy can do about it.
He held the stun the whole time and used it as a finishing move when they didn't even need it. That's pretty funny. All right, anyway.
Guaranteed, man. There's no KSing in a team game.
Why not? Why not get the kill on the Sand King? I mean, I think it's arguably better to have it on the Sand King so he gets fast tranquils.
Oh, Zai, he found the courier. They tried to send it around the corner. Tim's Burrow Strike to try and cancel the attack. But it's the salve that was moving in towards mid lane for Kuku. He wanted to be aggressive against Samael, and now they both have exactly the same thing. They're both double stacking. Kuku's running the Ring of Rosie, and Samael's keeping the creep wave closer on his side.
Yeah. The players are going to try to avoid what we saw in the last game when I mentioned the double waving. Want to prevent that from happening. So you're going to run in these like weird circles to not get completely outnumbered on creeps. Samael has still managed to set up somewhat of a like 1.5 wave here. And Kuku will be pushed into his tower, but this is not too bad. Like, this is definitely manageable for the Tinker.
Zion 1437 beating the crap out of each other. Raven would love to attack into him, but a quick Shikuchi away, having that early Blightstone makes Zion's harassment actually quite difficult. Not to mention he also blocked up the pull that 1437 was attempting.
Did you just say Shuki?
No.
Good.
No. I hope not.
No, you didn't. I just remembered. You had like this full year where that spell was called Shuki.
You're not allowed to actually start putting those thoughts in my head. You're meant to help me, Syndra, and not give me bad ticks for TI. Like, that's the worst thing ever.
Here comes Shuki.
Oh, Shikuchi, damn it.
Oh, nice fast dagger there from Raven. Will break the clarity of Zai. So far, so good for the laning for EG, though. They're getting very good CS on both the Drow and the Puck. Mid lane is a bit contested once again. Tims is securing Kuku a good start on the Tinker. And as it looks right now with Kuku's skill build, he is doing the aggressive killing route with 2 in laser and 1 in missile. No marches just yet. Might still see him go the march route after this, just to have a bit of an early harassment build in lane. But it's very telling. His next skill points will be very telling for TNC's read on how to play this game, because I think both builds in this game are viable. One is, we think we're going to get pushed by Drow, I'm going to get March. And the other one is, we think we're going to be better at fighting than them early on, and we can just kill them before they take our towers if we max our nukes. I'm going to see what he chooses to go for. Top rune, crits.
Yeah, crits on the run from Tims. Meanwhile, Samael as well as Zaya teaming up on Kuku, and they've got the damage. It's so much negative armor when you've got the Swarm plus the Blightstone.
Swarm, Blightstone, Drow Aura, and Tinker has no defensive play except lasering a hero. That's a pretty big problem in this game when you have these 2 mobile ranged heroes for the Dire in the mid lane that like to just be able to at least get away somehow. Has to rely on protection from his teammate, and Tims was not in the right position to save him.
I still want to flag a bigger issue. It's the fact that Universe once again is having a great offlane. Zai with the pulling completely messed up the equilibrium, but it's that bonus damage that he's had early on that's allowed him to go 18-5. He's got more CS than Arteezy has managed to achieve. And this is against like the safe lane PA, who's now 13 for 0. He managed to catch up a little bit underneath the tower. And, well, okay, there goes Zeiss. I did do something about him now. Kuku has the nukes, and Tim's had the Burrow Strike.
Yep. Weaver has to be a little bit careful in the mid lane. The amount of burst damage that the Radiant has in there is really high. But this is something we've seen a lot of times from EG. They put
Sam
Universe off lane.
No, that's not going to work out. Not
So
with Crit there.
they put Universe off lane on this puck, and then he has either Drow or Maiden or both auras. There was a lot of games like that, I think, in the Kiev Major. And then they start out with one hero in his lane to help him get a head start. And they get a very farmed puck as a result. And that's what Weaver accomplished in the first 2 minutes, just helping out Universe get a good start, and then he went in to get that kill in earlier. Universe, nice defensive play, getting away from that harass, forcing us a salve out of Raven here as well in this wave.
Sam H is really trying to get up in the face of this safe lane of EG. As much pressure as possible.
He's gonna get a decent amount up here. This safe lane of TNC is, or sorry, of EG is not that strong. The Drow is one of the weakest heroes in the game until level 6. And oh, that was actually a kill.
Yeah. Zai as well as Universe once again. Like, right now, they're not even getting like the huge amount of bonus damage. There's only 10 bonus damage coming in from the puck, but catching him out. Again, try to get in the way. Like, 1437 throwing his body in the line, so Zai cannot continue to creep pull and take the farm away from Raven, but Raven can't survive this. He's out of consumables on the safe lane. He needs more life.
That's a big problem for him. There's only one tango coming in from Silence. He has to buy something. Zai thinking about it, cutting the wave, and top lane Sam H. So the interesting thing about this game is that every core in the game is having a decent amount of farm. Like, nobody's
Raven.
actually sacked.
That's actually a nice play. Phantom striked himself forward, so he got hit by the Orb of Universe, but Zai wasn't able to finish him off. Tim's also started his TP in very quickly, 1437s here, and they're going to finally secure. In fact, they may actually just have to give the farm to Tim's. Yeah, they're sending Raven all the way back home. This kill of Phantom Assassin is just getting gimped so hard.
That's not too bad if you look at the CS. Like all the 6 core heroes are doing fairly well. I mean, Raven would obviously like to do better than this, but given the circumstances, I think 25 CS at this point against this lane is pretty respectable. And he would like to have more, of course. Like it's not the perfect game, but as far as the CS goes, EG have a lead of about, I guess, on average, like 5 CS across their cores, and a bit of a gold lead here, but it's to be expected when they're in a Drow lineup like this. What really is going to make things come together is the first couple of fights, especially that the Bat Rider manages to set up for the Radiant. If they work, then this gold lead of EG will not be sufficient.
Raven's trying to kill off Crit, rotated up towards the top lane. Arteezy with just a level 1 Gust, dissuading Raven, but the lane change up. Let's see how long it lasts for. You've already got Zai here. Raven needs someone to jump back out to. They TP'd in to help out, but it was Sam H who went to the shrine. He didn't actually go all the way in, but Crit and Arteezy, they've come out so far to try and fight Raven that maybe Sam H can capitalize. Tim's moving up too. They see him thanks to the Dire Observe Ward. Arteezy completes his TP out to safety. Zai, Chikuchi will get him away to safety, and Crit, well, he dies for the cause.
It would have been 2 kills for TNC if there was a dust on the Sand King. I think he's going to buy one soon. After that, it's going to annoy him that Zai was just able to freely run away there. Either him or Sam H might see pick up a dust of appearance. Currently just flying out another healing salve for Raven.
They have to give him something. Like, top lane is the best place for him. At least TNC could do, like with 1437 on the bottom lane, he can soak up some levels, do some harasser range against the park, but he knows he can't contest it. Not until Cuckoo has BTs. Then the dynamic of this game can change.
Yeah, that's still going to take quite a while. Male in this mid lane having a good time. Generally, I would say this is a...
Kuchi just got burned from the Weaver. They've got a 3-second window now to catch out Zai. Lasso's available. They're going to commit it, but the Dream Call from Universe trying to counter off the gank. Zai, he's able to Kuchi himself away to safety, and Bat Rider will fall. Is TNC being aggressive, but underneath the Tier 1 tower. They get punished, and punished hard.
That's... They got the tower down low. They forced 2 TPs, and EG have 2 low heroes, and all they got was a kill on Bat Rider, which was definitely needed. If EG didn't get a kill there, that wouldn't have been very good for them with that nice 3-man call from Universe. But yeah, good play from both teams in my opinion. They forced the rotation out of TNC forced the rotation and put pressure, and EG respond very quickly and
suppose you got the puck off bottom lane. Raven has more space to farm up.
Yeah.
You've still got Cuckoo getting more and more space as this Tinker in mid. Yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe the sacrifice, the aggression and the rotation from EG was all worth it. Tim's Observe Ward down. Not sure if Crit knew what happened. 1437 starts his TP out. He goes all the way home. He ain't taking any chances.
Mid lane here. I still think this is going to be very crucial. Said the Tinker's BOTs are important. And Sumail and the Mirana, I think this is generally a fairly Tinker-favored lane, but the Drow Aura makes a very big difference. And in addition, there's been quite a bit of chaos in here. The Courier being sniped level 1 is actually the reason. We haven't really talked too much about that, but that was the 1k gold lead EG had, was the Courier snipe. So, mid lane Sumail sitting in invis.
Yeah, but there's a sentry ward. It's just a little bit further to the north. It sees Zai coming in, so Cuckoo knows he has to back up, but the arrow from Sumail and the Starfall damage, binding with the swarm of Zai.
Very nice kill.
Allows for a very good kill. So the timing of it was perfect. He's hitting it now 1,600 gold. Really trying to get the BTs. Sam H.
Universe is taking a lot of damage from this flame break.
With the curse as well, 1437, the damage. They need more. They don't have it. Puck gets home.
First went Soul Ring. Puck. I think that's the first time I've seen that. So generally what he does is he goes treads and then into straight blink. Looks like he wants to solve some mana problems. We've seen Raindrop being the solution in the past. Raindrop +1 can often take you pretty far, but Soul Ring you definitely will not have those mana problems to push out waves. I don't think I've ever seen anyone do it. Maybe it's been happening recently in games I haven't watched, but Soul Ring on Puck don't go hand in hand in my book. That's very...
It does seem like an odd combination, especially when you have like the natural regeneration. It's basically got 5 a second.
It makes a lot of sense. I play a lot of Puck myself, and often you find yourself without mana. But usually the way you go around it, as I said, is that you get a Raindrop and then into Yules after the blink. But it still takes a long time, and maybe he's just been testing this out, where if you go Soul Ring, you can farm so much faster that after 10 minutes it's paid for itself. And then it's better than going for that blink. Alright.
1437. Just gonna go for a quick curse over on side. Universe gonna orb himself away to safety as TNC. They brought 4 heroes in bottom tower, and they still don't get it. The catapult too strong.
Arteezy activated the Drow Aura, and that range creep, or that siege creep, just did 100 damage in one shot. And they were not ready for that.
Oh, Cuckoo. He's not ready for this. At least he has his BT, so even if he dies right now, which he definitely does, he still has his BTs available, but Sumail going for more. 1437 burns the shrine. Sam H was thinking about coming into the regeneration area, but now this just allows EG to look for a third kill, going one after the other. Universe was going to be safe. The lasso just cannot control anything when Crit's nearby.
And as I mentioned before this game started, if TNC get through the laning stage well, they're going to have a really good chance. This laning stage looked okay 5 minutes ago, but now it's starting to really hurt. They've lost 2 towers, they've lost multiple heroes. Top 3 on CS are EG's heroes, and EG are only going to get more and more key items now. So I think this laning stage didn't go well enough for TNC. That doesn't mean they can't come back and take some good fights here, but it's going to be a bit of a struggle. They might need to buy time, but I feel like with every minute they're going to get more and more out-farmed and get picked off. So it's a bit of a tricky situation they've put themselves in here.
5k behind, approaching 6k. At least the experience is only 2,000 in favor of Evil Geniuses.
Yeah, it's the Courier snipe.
Oh, the arrow. The Observer Ward. Sumail just saw it perfectly. Tims had no idea what hit him until it literally hit him.
Sumail is playing without Moonlight Shadow.
Suppose when your team doesn't need it?
I guess so.
This isn't the Heroes of New Earth team. You have to Moonlight Shadow at level 6 without attacking.
I think the Moonlight Shadow is, you know, it's also an aggressive tool. Use it to find ganks and set up arrows for yourself, but so far in this game hasn't needed it. And of course, if you go for this build, you have a really high damage advantage. Wow.
Well, everyone else is happy about that. 44 damage is being added to every other hero on EG at the moment.
He didn't take a talent either. Skilled arrow over 150. But yeah, the Drow is doing great. And usually what we've seen teams do against EG when they run their Drow, that they try to contest the Drow's lane and shut down Arteezy so that the team doesn't benefit so much. But then the other 2 lanes generally go well. And TNC's approach in this game was different. More focus on their safe lane and mid lane, and so far that has not paid off at all as they were hoping. I'm still waiting for TNC to try to make a move. Like, they finally have all of their abilities online that they should want to have. They have Global Silence, Sand King Stun, Epi, They have Lasso with drums, but they're not finding it play.
No, they've been here before. Like,
Oh, they're finding Tinker.
yeah, bottom lane, back to the tier 2 tower. Zai's nearby, and the laser at least going to stop him from killing him off.
Oh, Universe was so close to coiling there.
Man, they actually need that Aghanim Scepter up. Like, everyone needs to be blinded this game. At least they're using Regeneration Root as bait. Samael, hello! Through the arrow up, looking for a target. They go for the curse. 1437 doesn't have mana. Now he does for the global silence, allowing to find the kill onto Samael. Sam H will take it for the 451 gold. And they'd love to get a little bit more. And the tier 1 tower appears to be their target.
Oh, Universe.
Yeah, he's managed to find one. Burst right from Tim's, missed time. He was looking to catch Universe mid-jaunt away. But Universe, Dream Call, holds Tim's as well as Sam H in position. Crit. Not finding any opportunity. They don't have reveal against the SK, allowing him to go for another Briar Strike. You get the silence from Universe, at least allowing... Okay, no, there it is. The lasso is not allowing for anything. I was going to say, allowing Sam H just to watch everything going on.
Yeah, EG are dropping the ball a little bit there. I feel like they didn't need to lose anyone else than just the Mirana. TNC get more than what they came for. They got 3 kills, almost got the tower. And the Mirana kill in itself was really good, but they're going to be feeling very happy with what they just accomplished there in the last minute. Pretty much knocked EG's advantage in half within 30 seconds.
It's that point where you feel like you found nothing. You smoke gank, you go through the entire jungle, you get Observer Wards down. It's like the consolation prize to a smoke. You're waiting for Tinker to actually have a crack at him. Yeah. But then you find the 3 kills around the baited Samael.
Yeah.
At least EG do have good aggressive wards, so they're watching Sam H pretty closely. He's rapidly approaching his own Blink Dagger, sitting it now at 1900 gold, and EG have been very good at shutting down those heroes that are looking for those critical items. Originally it was keeping the BTs of Tinker down, then they just turned their attention towards the Batrider.
Lane, Samael, oh, just barely missing that arrow on 1437. He was AFK, so it missed. He was literally standing still. There was an arrow flying right next to him. He didn't see it at all. He just stood there and it's like, oh, that's fortunate.
Synderen's guide to avoid arrows. Take hands off keyboard and mouse.
Stand still. It's the classic thing with, you remember, Sing Sing used to play a lot of Mirana back when he was playing competitively, and he said it's way harder to hit arrows in pubs than in competitive because I have no idea what these idiots are doing. But this time it's the other way around, you know? And it's just next level the bottom. You just stand still and he arrows and you're like, oh, there's an arrow.
My prediction skills are meant to be amazing. You've got Samael, like, you think at the moment from TI6, his prediction arrow was absolutely perfect, and... Yep.
Can't predict if your enemy takes his hands off the keyboard.
Yep.
Don't forget.
Well, you add the arrow.
Let's try to catch up a little bit on items. So Raven went for a Vanguard build this game on his Phantom Assassin. Felt like he needed to tank up. This makes the hero very tanky. He has 150 health talent and a Vanguard, as well as the wand to go. So tanky and sustainable against this this dire lineup. Building in toward the Deso. Actually, we might need to wait with the rest of the items.
They Moonlight
this
Shadow.
is a big moment. Sam H could make a big play here.
The smoke is broken now. They don't have detection. Moonlight Shadow will wear off in 2 seconds' time, so they fire up. The Sentry Ward is down. So they found the target with a false promise. Allows Samael to bail out of this one. The Dream Call making sure Sanking has to stay exactly where he is. He has his epicenter available, but EG don't lose anybody. A quick Sandstorm. Zai, Burrow Strike away. Tim's on the run from him. He has enough damage. Of course, he's got a freaking Drow Ranger behind him. So Zai, Shikuchi's forward. They want trigger off the shrine, and they're going to get it. Universe jaunted himself into the middle of all of TNC. They're bailing out of the shrine.
Oh,
the arrow will connect onto Tim's. He knew what he was going to do that time, but no one from EG is close enough, or is he? Zai. You know he just wants to slip through the back lines and find somebody, but with Universe down, maybe think like a second thought about it.
That was a bit of a pretty scrappy fight, but at the end of the day, I think TNC come out slightly ahead there. They get the mid tower. They lost their silencer before he even got global off, so that fight could have been a lot better for them if he got that spell off. but EG still, you know, managed to
That's
at least get a
easy.
kill on their way out.
That Shadow Blade being put to use already as the Batrider Tims, the Burrow Strike. It'll save Sam H. He went down to 60 HP. The Global Silence combining with the Epicenter. They turn around onto Dro Ranger with the Flame Break. She'll burn from this, or will she? The damage. Oh, to keep her alive. She'll stay alive.
Okay.
No, here comes another Sentry Ward. Cuckoo with his TP forward. Finds the kill onto Arteezy. Crit did everything humanly possible with no false promise.
Toby, I think he's gonna die. Oh, it actually takes longer than I thought. Maybe he's fine.
Man, get the bug off that 1437. It's the infestation. Ravens going in. The silence is there from Universe with the lasso. Quickly from Samael. Support is there. Crit this on around. He had the false promise to break it. But you've lost Samael. You're losing more. Maybe Raven. This is his time to shine. Needs the vision once more. Zai fighting at Infis. Cuckoo brings him the support. Master Machines to give the cover fire. PA still trying to get the bug off him and get rid of that negative armor. Zai running through the Master of the Machines. Revealed for half a second and gets rocketed to oblivion. EG!
Ouch.
Man, you're calling the other fight scrappy. That's scrappy do right there.
That was even more scrappy. Okay, Silencer did die, Toby, so that was the important part.
Critical
Saw it coming. Saw it coming when they went on him. He was definitely going to get into a 30-second fight and die in the middle of that. But
He got Global Silence off GG.
I thought he was going to die really fast, but actually a very nice counterplay there from TNC. So 1437 ran to the left, and they were chasing him with both the Mirana and the Weaver, and if both of them get like 2 attacks off, he just dies. But there was a very quick Stifling Dagger from Raven to slow down the Mirana, and then they counterplayed and turned it around very nicely. And at the end of the day there, EG, again, not really getting as much out of it as they would have hoped. Their gold lead is now down to 2K, and most of the time when we see EG have like this 5 or 6K lead with their Drow strats, they keep it. They roll with it, they extend it, and then they end the game at around 25-30 minutes. This game, that's just not going to happen. I don't think EG can break the base that early, and they need to play for plan B.
But this was the problem you're talking about, the drafting phase. That's why you were favoring TNC a little bit more. And while, okay, no, bottom lane's not going to be a fight.
Are you sure about that?
Well, I'm surprised Sam Asian. He doesn't have lasso. It's on 5-second cooldown. He doesn't want to fight into it.
Oh, there's many EG heroes here.
Yeah, Blink Dagger just arrived. Tim's run away, but no! Universe, not only will he get the kill, he'll take the courier with it. Blinking forward, finding the pick.
Is that the Tinker Ward that set all of that up? I think
It was the Tinker Ward.
Yeah, that's not really what you put it for, but you know, nice.
You'll take what you get.
Yeah.
But it's still the underlying problem you're talking about. The fact that EG just don't have that frontliner. Like Zai is sort of becoming it, but he's spending most of his time in Fizz running around, trying to do the damage, but you don't have that big pop damage yet from EG.
He needs to be so careful. There's no hero on the Dire that can just go in with confidence. And it's because of the Global Silence. If Global Silence wasn't in this game, I think EG would be playing very differently. But they can't just run in their Mirana, for example, and just try to go for a kill knowing that there's going to be a false promise. The moment you commit into a fight, you're committed, and you're not getting out again. Then you need to have the stronger firepower. I think it's going to have to mainly come from this Arteezy Drow that is closing in on Silver Edge, and then maybe start opening up on the PA. Take her out first. Good scan from the Radiant. They're reading this movement very well. And might be looking for a counterplay. Everything is ready on both sides for a fight.
Samael, the leap forward, needs to hit the arrow with a Dream Coil. Okay, that's where you use your magical burst damage to find the kill.
Man, that Tinker Ward has provided so much value. I think it just got panned out by Sam H. He's like, you know what, guys? We just lost.
Wait. Are they going to realize that Roshan's being done? Does PA have a look inside the pit? Roshan's so low. Raven's walking straight past it. Now Roshan gets triggered. He'll realize it. The Burrow Strike, it catches 2, including the Jakuchiing Weaver. Arteezy is away.
What a snipe,
Support is there.
Yeah, if there's one thing EG aren't lacking is physical damage. They can kill Roche pretty damn fast with a Crest, Swarm, and this Drow Ranger right-clicking. And Zai's going to be more than happy to die for the cause there.
Do you like the Silver Edge from the Drow Ranger?
Yeah, I do. It's strictly because of the PA, I think. And it's good enough, I think. Like, the Shadow Blade often provides the value that you need, but in this game, the upgrade is valuable enough to go for it straight away, I think. It's going to give them a chance to kill that PA. As you talked about, they have the burst. They just need to be able to control him a little bit.
Really good scan from EG. They scanned just north of Roshan, looking for the rotation from TNC, and they pinged on 2 heroes. Already understanding the Tinker was in the lane and the SK was hovering around. They did some more they back up and hold near the tower where they have a little bit more reinforcements, babysitting Arteezy more than anything else. But now if EG want to attack, there is still that aggressive observer ward. Of course, Mr. Invisible Arteezy just walks straight underneath
Raven, I don't...
They see Tims. Again, this is how Tims died last time on the top lane. Hiding in the trees, thought he was fine, but the dire vision, the observer ward just sees where the SK is preparing his attack.
They really want to fight this? TNC are sticking around. If Sumail shows on this bottom wave, they could go for a play. EG are splitting up now. They're pinging him out. This is a dead puck if they see it.
Yeah, such a long way, but it is still a Eul Scepter on the puck. He just blinked. He orbed.
He's dead if he gets
Question is, can he phase shift in time? He's able to do so. Global silence. He's got the Eul Scepter available as well. Breaking free. Universe into the phase shift. Not only does he bait out the gank, he'll escape the gank, and Global silence got burned for it. Bottom lane TPs are kicking in. Tim gets the Burrow Strike out, looking for the kill over on Zai. Rocket Supply forward. They saw which way Zai went. He went north. But there's no follow-up. In fact, Tims is going in into a different angle. It's to the Mirana. The Burrow Strike in. Arteezy, the epicenter is out. They dusted him up, so the reveal is on Arteezy. A gust creates a little bit of space, but not enough. Double sentries being planted down.
They just...
Yeah.
Oh, they stopped the TP out from Tinker. That's really big.
Cuckoo's got nothing left to fight with. 1437 can curse all he wants. Cuckoo kills himself on the edge of the Dream Call. The PA can do the work. Arteezy will fall. Both the sentries actually paying off. Now they turn their attention towards Zai. False Promise cannot protect him from the damage output that this PA can do. And they're looking for more. It's crit. Raven will have himself a double kill. Tim, the Burrow Strike, barely missing Universe. They could have been all dead. But EG will escape with Universe as the sole survivor of the EG war.
That is a really, really big gain for especially the PA. Look at that gold swing for him. 1,200 gold gained there for the PA, 800 for the Sand King, and in comparison, EG's heroes barely gaining anything. Just a little bit of gain for the puck, but TNC, this is getting scary now. I feel like TNC are leading the game, and you're looking at the gold, and it's like slightly EG favorite, but the game plan is just not working out well enough. And that could have gone even worse for them. If Universe isn't there with that very clutch coil on the Tinker, I think they would have been destroyed that fight. It would have been 5 for 1, 5 for 2 maybe. So Mel just has to be very careful. This time again, he gets caught by the lasso with leap off cooldown, or on cooldown rather. That's right. He didn't have it. He just couldn't really do that much in that fight on his Mirana.
Zai stalking, finding an Invis rune. If he really wants to do anything about Tims, if he has a little bit of extra help. They don't have that long range arrow. Crit's the only one who's nearby, so yeah, it looks like this is just going to be him trying to leech an Ancient. But Cuckoo is getting into a better position time and time again. Blink as well as BTs.
I think the
hard to catch him out.
Yeah, he got the lens. You generally get lens on Tinker when your next item is the axe. Sometimes you can get it with Dagon, but I think the most common build-up is this exact one where the lens comes before the laser axe upgrade, and then you focus a lot on just getting laser on 2 heroes every single cast.
I just broke the smoke. They had that smoke for a grand total of 0.5 seconds. And he's still got the Observer Ward down. They burned a Dust Charge. So the Obs Ward will remain. And TNC wastes initiation time.
Still gonna get the tower though. I don't think EG has any interest in defending something like this. It's hard right now. Raven, by the way, building into Manta style. Oh, they're gonna hesitate.
The scan pinged. It
Yeah.
actually clipped onto Zai, who was just a little bit further up on the left. So they're very, very worried about an EG initiation.
Bit of the scan actually kind of working against them there. They were totally fine, but they don't have the information, and gives EG a little bit of extra space to work with.
You see how defensive they are with their Obs and Sentry? Like they put both the Obs and the Sentry inside the lane on the bottom. So they're looking towards the tier 1 tower, looking for Drow Ranger to come in with that Silver Edge and move in and just attack. But it doesn't happen. Now they take the tower, and EG have continued to file up the jungle in the meantime.
Raven's gonna move in, start dealing damage to the tier 2 here. Puck gets caught by Sam H here. This is pretty bad for EG. They don't have Oracle in any position to help. I think, yeah, they spotted each other there actually. But Sam H has kind of made a perimeter here that EG aren't interested in coming into, so they're going to go for the top tier 1. They will get it. Arteezy takes a beating though.
But at the same time, the tier 2 tower's gone. So tier 1 and tier 2 for a tier 1. You'll take that trade, especially with the Tinker on the field. This is more space for Cuckoo, more money for Cuckoo. He's now 100 gold away from having that Aghanims.
Damn, so strong.
Yeah. It's a Phantom Assassin. Deso, Manta, and Vanguard. I'm not certain how they kill him.
They have
and
to...
if they even focus him. Like, do you focus a different target in the fight?
PA is the biggest kill they can find, I think. But it's also one of the harder ones. They need the Silver Edge attack to break Blur, and then they need to hit a stun. The problem is their reliable stun is Dream Coil, and that doesn't last for...
1437 may die here. He's a little bit out, but at the same time, Arteezy being initiated on that Blink Burrow Strike. He's the bigger kill. Starts his TP. They need a crit, and with the damage they have, it will be enough.
Oh.
Woohoo! Ah, goodbye, universe!
Oh, I love playing this hero.
You just love the Grave of Swords.
Oh!
Another hit, Zai!
It feels good just to watch it, you know?
Time-lapse this.
Yep, he will. But too late.
He's still taking the damage. He didn't want to go back into that horrible area. If he waited half a second longer, he might have been able to kill off the courier.
All right, Raven, slow down. Don't crit on every attack, then you won't have it for the fight.
Yeah, because he can control that. Just put down the lucky charms for a second.
This is kind of funny. You look at crit, and he has 7 urns on the Oracle, but he just can't use them in the fight because heroes are getting bursted too fast. Like, he doesn't really get to heal people up. It's very uncharacteristic to see this many charges on an urn in a competitive game. It happens quite a lot in pub games where you're not watching your economy with it. But doesn't happen many of this urn.
Maybe he's got to put on the Tinker every time he sees him. But
yeah, that's pretty good, but he's never going to be in range.
Yeah, the range is the issue. Phantom Assassin are going to be on the run and evade the attack from Zai. Alright, Roshan is up in about 10-15 seconds.
Both teams can kill this very fast. PA, one of the best heroes at killing Roshan. Innately wants to go for minus armor, has the crit, has the evasion, so she can just solo it. Even with just this 10% lifesteal talent, can easily solo out a Rosh here. And
now
EG, they need to make a move now.
That Abyssal's so close for Raven. Like, they're actually going to have straight lockdown control now too.
Got the bat.
Yeah.
This guy is going to kill everyone if they don't get him under control.
There goes the arrow. They're inside of Roshan. The PA illusion's on its way into. They deal with it quickly, committing Rift as well as some decent abilities. He's already triggered off his aura. And Tim's, well, wait for the timing. Roshan is low. Stifling Dagger goes in. Rockets as well. Roshan killed by the dive. And the epicenter! TNT! Lacquering it on top of Evil Jesus. Arteezy. Chris trying to keep him alive. Maybe it was enough heal. We'll see if he does pop or not. He doesn't. He's back to full life. They have the buyback from the Weaver. They need to win this fight, but Raven, he's in the thick of it. Looking for the crit. Damage will fall. They'll lose a Gem of True Sight. The Burrow Strike creating a little bit more space here from Tim's. They need a little bit more here, TNC. They haven't done it just yet. 1437 will fall. Is there buybacks? You've still got Tim's as well as Raven. This 2-man Basher army killing off Evil Geniuses. Raven with the ultra kill. And Evil Geniuses committing heavily into that.
Yeah, they bought back both the... What's that?
It was just Weaver.
So they bought back the Weaver, but they dive 5 heroes. Who even got the Aegis in that mess?
I honestly, like...
Aegis was on Sumail, and he died again. The cheese is also used.
Cheese was consumed.
It might have been Arteezy who had it. He got healed to full.
Cheese was consumed by Arteezy.
Yeah. But in spite of that, so they had Aegis, cheese, and a buyback, and they lost the fight. That's pretty bad. But of course, like the positioning EG are in to take that Rosh is a huge gamble play. I think it was the right choice to try to go for it. But if they get caught like that, 3 or 4-man laser twice, epicenter, 3-man burrow, you're just not winning that fight. But they kind of had to do something. They felt like the game was slipping away.
Are they going to force this? The Burrow Strike! The Sentry Ward was down. They saw him with the fresh Abyssal Blade at the front lines. Zai is gone. That's a dive back for him, and Cuckoo's looking for more. Crit has to false promise himself, allowing them to lasso Universe, bringing him down. And the bottom racks, it was Evil Geniuses that helped TNC fall apart. Now the shoe is most definitely on the other foot. And they get another Blink Burrow. Crit will fall. Arteezy trying to be the cannon under the tier 4 towers. They will actually bring down Sam H. The PA into the back lines. The laser, the rockets, the bash. Arteezy will fall. and EG will lose a second lane of racks guaranteed. The question is, how much longer do they stick in this game? Do they believe they still have what it takes? The draw lineup has failed.
Yeah, it's pretty much failed at this point. I mean, it's still possible. I don't think they should GG out. There is a chance of getting a fight that they win. And the reason, I think the chance that they have is still that PA doesn't have a BKB. He might buy one now, or he might just go even harder on the damage. So they can kill Raven with the right combination where everything just clicks. Like you hit a good arrow, you get Silver Edge off, and everyone bursts him. It is really, really hard though. And I don't think they're going to win the fight if they don't kill Raven first. I think he's just going to slowly kill everyone together with the Tinker.
But there's no way they can do it though.
This Manta style was actually a really key pickup. He used it in that last fight at the Roche Pit to remove Fate's Edict. One of the good counterplays EG have to this PA, and it just doesn't exist. When he gets disarmed, he just breaks it and kills the Oracle right away, because Oracle has to expose himself to even get that spell off. And he can get punished really, really hard by Raven. And TNC, very well executed game in my opinion here. This is not easy to play. Like when you're playing against a draw lineup and you're this far behind this early, it's difficult. But they found the two fights that they needed, put themselves in a great position, and now it looks like Raven, no BKB planned. He's gonna go for the butterfly once he gets that.
Yeah.
How do you kill this guy?
You don't. It's just that simple. Evil Geniuses can with hope pray that he just goes in solo and away from everyone else from TNC, but they can't control. They don't have that wonderful chronosphere that Universe could bring in game one. Instead, it's Tim's being the aggressor. Tim's Bara Strike catching out 2-3 heroes every time. He's only now just looking to build up his Aghanim Scepter. He's been hitting absolutely everything. I think he's done more control than we've seen from Sam H. Sam H is almost like that little distraction birdie, the red flag to the bull kind of thing. Go and attack this. Go and try and control this. Frick, you commit your false promise to control that.
It's actually true.
Like you can't.
He's level 15 on Bat Rider, and the Sand King's level 21.
You can't false promise 3 heroes in a line stop.
No.
And now you got the BKB at least for Arteezy. He has this, but it's got no way to give distance. Like there's no Also keeping in mind, like he went for the Shadow Blade, the Silver Edge, to try and counter against the Phantom Assassin. He never was able to get his Hurricane Pike. He never was able to get that repositioning item, which you kind of need to have for draw range during the fight.
Yeah, it's a fair point that he could have gone for a Force Staff after that Shadow Blade, or maybe even before, and then finished the Silver Edge.
Oh, here they come.
Hurt him.
Moonlight Shadow, they're right on top of TNC. How do they do it? The Global Silence 1437, cancelling them off. Zaya's low. Does he have a way out this one? Will he survive long enough? The epicenter. BKB at least protects Arteezy for the moment, but Cuckoo into the trees, spamming out the damage, and Raven crits against Semail. Look at the damage! They can't even hit him! They're trying and trying, but the blind are hitting the very, very visible. EG will lose 4 and the game. TNC will get a 1-1 result by taking game 2 in this first series of TI7.
If you pick Raven for your fantasy team, I think you gave a lot of points this game. 19-0, 230 CS.
I can't bring up the board anymore. Yeah, Raven. Hey, man, Raven is one of the big ones. I think the only downside for TNC was the fact they have 2 series today, maybe. Either way.
Oh, they only have 2 series. Then I guess you shouldn't pick them for you. I believe EG has 3 today, and Liquid have 3.
EG definitely has 3 coming up today. And of course, there's a lot more data coming up. There's still probably the other streams going on. We're running 4 consecutive streams for the group stage. So every Dota, you can check them out from 1 to 4. They're all there. Syndra and I will be here on the main stream for the next 2 series as well. So we'll have OG going up against the artist formerly known as MP, and then Secret versus Infamous will be coming up as well. The other 2 games coming up later on with LD and Lumi. Newbie versus Cloud9 and EG versus Liquid. So EG will start and end our day on stream 1. Hope you're having a great time watching, and of course Syndra and I will return for our second series.
himself surrounded, taken down by the Ghost. Sakata now on a wicked 6th Street. Paparazzi pops the BKB, forces Miracle to back off. Sakata just chasing down Mind Control. Sunstroke will be attempted from Miracle, but it's going to be off the mark. Mind Control being chased away from the pit. Should be taken down here as they'll get themselves another. Miracle comes back in across. They don't quite have vision upon him, so Miracle will still be safe for the time being. Same time up top, Kuroki went for the sneaky play, went up, dropped the walls, did claim the tier 2. If Liquid can get back in, despite being 2 members down, this could be strong. BKBs have been popped.
No exorcism, no god strength.
Yeah, IGV realize this though. They themselves are backing up. They know that they have to fight with these big ultimates. So at the end of the day, Liquid, you know, they lose a couple of lives, but they do get IGV away from the pit. And as we saw, you know, Kuroki does take a tier 2.
Yeah, it was a very scrappy kind of engagement. Like, there's an engagement happening on the right and an engagement happening on the left. Dogfights actually get super clutch silence coming out there for them to be able to clean up GH without having Matsu get like a good setup for a chrono. So they actually thwarted could have been a pretty devastating fight for themselves there. And yeah, like you said, Kuroki doing that nice cheeky play top.
They get back in, that's the question. God strength is back up, and here we go, straight down. Nice Fisher though, coming out in time. We'll give Liquid the time to reset and get outside of the pit.
Everyone's respawned on Liquid here now, and Exorcism is still on cooldown for about 40 seconds. God Strength is halfway expended.
Oh, but they've got a good grab though. The perfect jump onto Matt. Oh, the instant silence as well. GH tried to jump in to save, but just as the blink came through, he was silenced immediately. Couldn't get a single spell off, and that will seal the Roshan here for IGV. Liquid now with 2 down. Not a lot they can do to stop it this time round. Ages into the pocket of Paparazzi. And yeah, IGV is coming back in at the right time. Nearly was falling to the time there where it looked like Liquid were going to have another chance to reinitiate, but if they're getting that sort of jump onto Matuma Man, taking the Void out, meaning for the whole duration of that fight, there was just no chance for Matsu